We all know Sirius Black as Harry Potter's godfather, but before that title, before any of that, he was someone's best friend, the kind of friend who showed him what a real family could feel like, someone closer than a brother, the one person he trusted completely, and yet, it was this same man who would be sent to Azkaban without a trial, accused of mind. But James Potter's parents, Euphemia and Fleamont Potter, opened their door to him without hesitation. They didn't see him as merely their son's troubled friend. They brought him in as their own. Every bit of love and warmth that Sirius had silently begged for from Walburga and Orion Black, and never received, he found in the Potter household. And then some. The night everything died. During the First Wizarding War, Voldemort's power had reached its peak, and no family felt safe. It was in the middle of all this that James and Lily Potter welcomed their son, Harry, into the world. Of everyone they could have turned to, James and Lily trusted Sirius the most. Charm. Sirius was the obvious choice, at least, that's what everyone would assume, and that was exactly the problem. Sirius was James's closest friend. Everyone knew it. If Voldemort ever got his hands on Sirius, he would find a way to break him. So they made a quiet decision. They would use Peter Pettigrew instead, a man no one would ever suspect. After all, who would think that the weakest, most forgettable member of the Marauders was hiding the Potter's secret? It was take him. He wanted to carry his godson away from all of it. But Hagrid was already there, under Dumbledore's orders, and he wouldn't hand Harry over. Sirius had no choice but to let him go. So instead, he went after Peter. He found him on a crowded street in London. But Peter had planned for this. Before Sirius could reach him, Peter screamed, loud enough for every muggle nearby to hear, accusing Sirius of the betrayal. Then he detonated an explosion that killed 12 innocent muggles, cut off one of, and Sirius Black was left standing in the middle of a massacre with no explanation that anyone would believe. The wizarding world had already decided what happened. Everyone assumed Sirius had been the secret keeper all along. The deaths, the explosion, Peter's supposed murder, it all landed on him. No life inside Azkaban. Azkaban was not simply a prison. It was a place designed to hollow you out. Dementors patrolled every corridor, every cell, every shadow. They fed on happiness, stopped feeling anything at all. Sirius survived 12 years inside that place. He held on to one thing, the absolute certainty that he was innocent. It wasn't hope exactly, it was something harder than that. A cold, quiet fury that the Dementors couldn't quite reach. And there was another reason he survived, because he was an animagus. When he transformed into his dog form, his emotional state shifted. Dogs don't carry grief and rage the way humans do. The Dementors, who were blind and sensed only human feeling, couldn't get a proper grip on him in that form. So Sirius spent much of his time as a dog, not out of comfort, but as a way to breathe. The turning point came when a copy of the Daily Prophet made its way into Azkaban. There, in a photograph of the Weasley family, Sirius spotted a rat perched on a young boy's shoulder, missing a toe on one front paw. He knew immediately. That was Peter. That was the moment Sirius decided he was getting out. When the opportunity came, he slipped past the Dementors in his dog form and made it out of the prison. He swam across the North Sea and eventually reached Britain, exhausted, starving, and free. The wizarding world woke up the next morning to news that the most dangerous man to ever escape Azkaban was on the loose. Sirius Black, convicted mass murderer, you-know-who's most loyal servant, had vanished. He couldn't go back to Grimmauld Place. It would be the first place anyone looked. So he made his way toward Hogwarts, staying close to the edges of the Forbidden Forest, hiding in caves nearby, spending most of his time in his dog form to avoid detection. It was a brutal stretch of time, cold, isolated, and hunted. He survived on whatever he could find. "I lived on rats mostly," he would later tell Harry. "I'm not proud of it." An unlikely alliance. Somewhere during those weeks near Hogwarts, Sirius encountered Crookshanks, Hermione Granger's cat. Crook creatures, and he recognized immediately that the stray dog lurking near the castle was no ordinary dog. The two formed a quiet understanding. Crookshanks became Sirius's only ally during those weeks. He brought Sirius the password list for Gryffindor Tower, the one Neville had carelessly written down, Pet Rat, because Crookshanks knew what Ron didn't. He could sense that Scabbers wasn't really a rat. To anyone watching, it looked like a cat chasing a mouse. But Crookshanks was trying to expose Peter Pettigrew. How Sirius finally caught Peter, how Harry learned the truth about his godfather's innocence, and how Sirius ultimately met his end. That's a story for the next part. If you've been enjoying this, hit like, leave a comment, and subscribe. It genuinely means a lot.